I don't know if you can really see, but there's an air show going on out there, way out yonder. The other day, it was Veterans Day, so we had the parade go right up this street down here. And today is the Las Vegas Marathon. No shortage of events going on in Las Vegas lately. So here's the drill today. The Las Vegas Marathon is going on today. I was all set to hop in the car, cruise on over to the Bellagio, check out the 5:10 games. As soon as I got in the car and as soon as I pulled out of the building, I didn't even make it a block and I was stuck in jam-packed traffic. Every year, without fail, for the past who knows how many years that I've been living here, I get stuck in that Las Vegas Marathon traffic. Usually it's when I'm coming back home, but this time, just gonna circumvent the whole thing. Just gonna take a walk on down to the Golden Nugget. I'm gonna play a little 1-2 action. Not quite as exciting as the 5:10 games, but whatever. We'll see. You never know. You never know what you're gonna get at the Nugget. I also considered just taking the day off, doing something else. But no, we already took a week and a half off or whatever. That was way too long. Gotta get in the game, gotta get back at it. This is pretty cool having all these streets blocked off. Kinda eerie, kinda weird. So you may have noticed that I've kind of deviated from the little playing schedule as far as winning and moving up and losing and moving down. We haven't booked a loss of 5:10 and yet we're playing a little bit lower. So no matter what the results are today, we'll go play 5:10 the next session, the next time out.
You have a 1-2 seat?
I have a seat right now. How much would you like?
3?
You're going to go to the right in the middle of the room, table 7, right?
6. Let's go. That's my mistake now, baby. You have to play.
4 to play.
So in this hand, I open from under the gun +1 to $12 with 10-9 of diamonds. There's a middle position call and the small blind calls as well. The flop is ace-4-3 with 2 diamonds. Small blind checks. I bet $18. The middle position player thinks for a little bit and then calls. And the small blind pretty quickly, when it gets back to him, raises. He makes it 50 more. Pretty standard call, I think, in this situation, which is what I do. I call, and middle position folds. The turn brings the 8 of diamonds. Pretty good card. We make a flush. Small blind continues betting. He bets $100. I think at this point we have somewhere around 400 behind, maybe a little less. I think for a while. I think you could definitely consider raising it up. There's a question of whether you're going to be over-repping your hand a little bit if you raise. I don't think that you want to lose 2-pair type hand, and just in case that he does have some bluffs in his range, I think you want to allow him to keep firing away. So I decided to just call. The river pairs the board. River is a 3. And this time he bets $200. I would much prefer the river to not pair the board, obviously. Versus this guy, I had seen him, I actually caught him bluffing pretty recently, once before. I don't know whether that plays into this hand or not. On one hand, he's capable of running a bluff, but on the other hand, he just got caught, so maybe he'll be gun shy about running another bluff. Who knows? Don't really put too much weight into that. I put more weight into the fact that I have a 10 high flush, which is a pretty good hand. Definitely expect to lose sometimes when I call. He could certainly have a full house. Anyway, it doesn't seem too complicated or interesting of a situation, so I call fairly quickly. Unfortunately, this time he has the old ace-3 for the win. All right, so here's the deal. Stuck a bunch thanks to that 10-9 of diamonds hand, but they actually got a half no limit, half pot limit Omaha game going. It's a 1-2 no limit, and it's a 1-2 with a 5 bring in PLO. So I'm gonna get out of this game, and I'm gonna hop into that game, because that sounds much more fun. So, gonna head over there right now and jump right in.
No more folding. Ready for the night? Rest of the night. They call me up. Yeah, they're trying to girls don't poop.
Okay, so take a step outside there. That's what we're gonna do. Okay?
I don't have a problem.
Take a step outside there. That way we're not all sitting over here yelling at each other. Do me a favor. Talk to this gentleman over here outside the room. Thank you very much.
So not only did that end up being one of the most action-packed games that I've played maybe all year, unfortunately it also ended up being one of the most ridiculous ends to the game, causing it to break there at the end. I don't think I'm gonna repeat what the one dude said to the other guy, but it definitely wasn't cool, and I definitely can't blame the other guy for getting pretty pissed off at the first guy for what he said, but it was a pretty abrupt end to our little half and half game there. Despite all that action that there was to be found in this game, ends up being my biggest loss so far in the vlog. Not too sure exactly what it came out to. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 probably. I don't know, I'll add it up when I get back home for the records. There was actually very few interesting hands from my perspective. Most of the hands that I was involved in went something along the lines of I raise with ace something something and PLO. Someone else pots it, I repot it, and I lose. Really not that interesting. What was interesting, on the other hand, was just how much action there was in this game. Take a look at this photo. This is a photo of a guy shoving all in over a few limpers for approximately $2,000. And if you don't believe me that that's $2,000 sitting there, let's watch him count it out for us.
12, 13, it's only 19. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There, now you can stack it back up.
$300. Okay, that's enough.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna stack it back up.
And just as a little reminder, this is a 1-2 no limit hold'em game. Shoving all in for $2,000. Nobody calls. He shows Queen Jack of Spades. So it's 3 in the morning now. I've been keeping a pretty good sleep schedule lately. I got up at 8 a.m. today. That is early for a poker player. Very early. I think I got to the Golden Nugget around 4:30, maybe even earlier. So that's a pretty long day, pretty long session there. I'm actually debating, as I'm recording this, whether or not I'm even gonna make this into a vlog. The stuff at the end of the game there was pretty annoying, pretty unfortunate. Some people will say that if you have a big fish in the game, you know, let them act however they want to act, let them be however they are. As long as they're dumping money on the table, as long as they keep reloading, let them be belligerent, let them say bad things about women or racist nonsense or what have you. I don't know. I don't think it's really worth it. It's just my opinion. You're always going to be able to find good games. I don't think it's really necessary to have to put up with a bunch of nonsense from some goofball. There's always going to be other games. There's always going to be good games. So yeah, I don't know. I like keeping this vlog positive, you know, positive, good vibes, all that stuff. Got a little ugly there at the end, but this is life, I guess. Anyway, as I was saying, game was great, but I think we were due for a little bit of a run bad. Had a pretty good stretch there. When you know it, playing 1-2 delivers us our biggest loss so far, but no sweat. And like I said, we're just gonna jump right back up there to 5-10 next time, so see you at the 5-10 tables.
There goes a sight from my soul.